Good morning, students. Dear students, in the previous section, we studied about marginal utility, total utility, okay, and we studied about the concept of cardinal ordinal utility. We also studied about the law of diminishing marginal utility. In this session, we will study about the concept of consumer's equilibrium. Okay, student. Now, what you meant by consumer's equilibrium? Okay, the consumer equilibrium refers to a point of maximum satisfaction when he is spending his given income across different goods and services. Okay, in simple word, dear students, we can say that a consumer is in equilibrium when he maximizes his satisfaction, okay, with the available income, okay, with the income which he have when he spend that income on the goods and services, and to get maximum satisfaction, it is simply known as consumer equilibrium. Okay, because as we all know, the motive of the consumer is to earn maximum satisfaction, and the motive of the producer is to earn maximum profit. So that's why the consumer is in equilibrium when, given his income and market prices, he plans his expenditure on different goods and services in such a manner that he maximizes total satisfaction. Then it is known as consumer's equilibrium. Okay, student. Now we will move to our next topic, which is marginal utility analysis and consumer equilibrium. Dear student, as we all know that marginal utility analysis is a form of cardinal utility. The concept was given by Alfred Marshall. According to Alfred Marshall, we can measure our utility in terms of util, or we can measure that level of satisfaction which we get from the commodities. So there are two approaches to measure the consumer equilibrium with the help of marginal utility. The first one is one commodity case, and the second one is two commodity case, one or two commodity case. Okay, so we will go through with these two cases separately. Okay, in this video we will going only through one commodity case. In the next video we will go through with two commodity case. Okay, student. Now, in case of one commodity, consumer's equilibrium one commodity case, okay, as we all know that price of a commodity by a consumer depend on three factors. Okay, the purchase of a consumer. Okay, now what commodity he want to purchase, okay, that purchases depend upon three things. First, price of the commodity. Second, marginal utility of the commodity. And third, marginal utility of money. It simply means if you wish to buy a shirt, okay, then what is the price of the shirt? Okay, it's matter. Then what the utility you will receive from that particular shirt, it's matter. Third, what the available amount of money you have and you wish to spend on that particular shirt. So the utility, marginal utility of money. So these three things determine your purchases of the commodity. Okay, student. Now we will start our one commodity case with the help of a numerical example. Okay, so be careful and be attentive while we are doing this particular example. Student, first of all, let us assume that marginal utility of money for the consumer is 4 utils. Okay, it simply means when you spend rupees 1, suppose you are spending rupees 1, when you spend rupees 1, you will receive 4 utils. Utils is the unit of measuring utility. So by spending rupees 1, you earn 1 utils. Okay, it simply means when you spend rupees 1 on a commodity, the utility which you receive from the commodity is 4 utils. Okay, student. Now let X be the commodity he intend to buy. Suppose X is a commodity. For in our case, it is you can take it as a cloth. Suppose you wish to buy a cloth. Okay, you wish to buy a shirt. In our case, X means shirt. So the price of shirt is rupees 4 per unit. Okay, 1 unit. Price of 1 unit of the shirt, one shirt equals to rupees 4. And by spending rupees 1, we can again see it, 1 unit equals to rupees 4. Price of 1 unit of shirt is rupees 4. And by spending your rupees 1, when you spend rupees 1, you will get 4 utils of utility. Okay, 1 rupees spent, by spending 1 rupees you will get 4 utils of utility. Okay, or when you and the price of the shirt of 1 unit is rupees 4. Okay, now is it clear? Now let's move to our table so that we can see. In our table we can find that there is a different units of commodity. When you buy one shirt, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and the utility which you get from this shirt. If you buy 1 unit of shirt, then you will get utility 20. Then second unit you will get 18. Third unit 16, 4, 10, 5, 0. Then 6 minus 5. Okay, this represents that when you buy different unit of commodity, then your marginal utility for that unit start declining. As you all know that this is our marginal utility diagram, which shows marginal utility start declining, touches our x-axis. This is our x-axis, this is our y-axis, this is our marginal utility curve. So in this portion mu is positive but falling down. At this particular point mu equals to 0, and at this point mu equals to negative. Okay, mu equals to negative. So this is our marginal utility diagram. Okay, marginal utility curve. So similarly, by when you spend one commodity, you will get 20, 2, 18, 3, 16. So these are the marginal utility. Okay, student. Now using the scale of that 4 utils equals to 1 rupees. Okay, in spending 1 rupees, okay, you will get 4 utils of utility. So now we convert our marginal utility into rupees. So again, your quantity remain the same, marginal utility from the table remains same. Now this is your marginal utility in terms of rupees. Okay, by spending 1 rupees you will get 4 utils. Now in case of one commodity, when you have one commodity, okay, you have one shirt, marginal utility is 4, or as we know, when we spend rupees 1 we get 4 utility. So this 20 is divided by 4, we get 5. Which simply represents that from 1 unit of a commodity, the marginal utility in terms of rupees is 5. By buying 1 unit of shirt, we are getting rupees 5 utility. Similarly, when 2, in case of 2, the marginal utility is 18. 18 divided by again 4 utils, we would get 4.5. Okay, then again in the case of third, similarly fourth, fifth and sixth, in all these cases when our marginal utility is divided by 4 utils, we get these units, which is marginal utility in terms of rupees. Okay, so this table simply represents that when you spend when you buy one shirt, you get the marginal utility of rupees 5. Be careful, rupees 5. When you buy second shirt, you will get marginal utility of 4.5 rupees. When you buy shirt 3, you get marginal utility of 4 rupees. When you buy fourth unit, you will get marginal utility of 2.5. Okay, and 0 and minus 1.5. So student, be careful that when you spend rupees 4 and you get the marginal utility of rupees 4, okay, then you are in the position of equilibrium. Or when you spend rupees 4 on a particular commodity and you will get marginal utility of rupees 5, then it is beneficial for us, so we will go for the product. Okay, it simply represents that at this point we are in equilibrium, because rupees 4 is spent on a commodity and rupees 4 marginal utility we receive. It means marginal utility of money equals to price of x. Okay, marginal utility we are receiving rupees 4 at this point, and price of the commodity is rupees 4. That's why we are in equilibrium in case of third commodity. In first and second commodity we are in surplus. So first and second represents that a consumer is in surplus situation, because he is getting rupees 5 and 4.5 utility, and below this point, below the commodity third, 4, 5th and 6th, the consumer is in loss, because by spending rupees 4 you are getting rupees 2.5 utility, 0 rupees utility, minus utility. So nobody as a consumer will go to these points, because by spending rupees 4, if I am getting utility of 0, then there is no benefit, and if I am getting utility of rupees 2.5, then there is no benefit. So 3 is the point of equilibrium. Okay student, so now move to explanation of this table, which I already explained you. Like you can see, in the case of 1 unit of a commodity, marginal utility is 20. Okay, and then 20 divided by 4 we get 5. So at marginal utility 20 you will getting worth rupees 5. Okay, simply means when you spend rupees 4 is less than what he gets, rupees 5. Okay, 4 रुपए 4 रुपए खर्च करके 5 रुपए की यूटिलिटी मिल रही है, इट इज बेनिफिशियल फॉर द कंज्यूमर. दैट्स व्हाई point 1 is good for the consumer. Similarly, in second unit, when utility is 18, at that time again price is rupees 4, 18 divided by 4 we get rupees 4.5. Again the same situation, by spending rupees 4 the consumer is by spending rupees 4 the consumer is getting 4.5 rupees benefit, which is good for the consumer. Okay, now the consumer move to the third point. Okay, when the consumer is moved to the third point, then he will receive utility which is equals to 4. In the third unit he will receive utility which is equals to 4, which I told you earlier, that MUX, marginal utility of X, equals to price of X. Rupees 4 equals to rupees 4. Okay, so point 3 is the point of consumer equilibrium. I hope this numerical is clear for you. Okay, you are able to easily understand this one commodity case, that in the case of one commodity, when our price of X commodity is equals to marginal utility of that X commodity, it simply represents the consumer equilibrium in one commodity case, which is at point 3. Okay student, now we can see with the help of diagram. This diagram represents our consumer's equilibrium. This is the marginal utility curve, this MUX, which we already know that. Okay, and this point 4 represents our price, which is given in our example, which is rupees 4. Okay, so the point where PX equals to MUX is known as consumer equilibrium. It is the point of equilibrium. Above the portion of this point, okay, which is more than 4, okay, like 5, 6, 7, this is the point of, this whole portion is the point of consumer surplus. Okay student, this is the point of consumer surplus. He is getting surplus of rupees 5, rupees 4.5, and below this 4 point consumer is getting rupees 2.5, rupees 0, minus 1.25, which is not good for the consumer. So this diagram shows that equilibrium is struck at point C when 3 units of commodity X is purchased. Second, corresponding to point C, the price that the consumer is willing to pay for a unit of a commodity exactly matches with the price that he actually pay. It means rupees 4 equals to marginal utility of 4. Next part is area ABC, which I showed you in the diagram. Area ABC represents the consumer surplus. At this point, marginal utility of X is greater than PX. As we know that PX is 4 and marginal utility in this part is 5, okay, and 4.5. That's why MUX is greater than PX in this point, okay, in this consumer surplus point. Okay student, this is the concept of margin consumer equilibrium in case of one commodity case, and this whole is the explanation of the table which I explained you. Just go through these points. Okay student, now there is an alternative method. There is an alternative method for this one commodity case. This is also simple method. You can choose anyone, whether you can go for the first one or you will go for the second one. This alternative method, again the same example, we have MUM equals to 4 utils, marginal utility of money equals to 4 utils, and price of the commodity is rupees 4. Same question. Okay, the components is same. Okay, marginal utility of money equals to 4 utils. Okay, and price of commodity X equals to rupees 4. X ka price rupees 4. Okay, then unit of these are the unit of a commodity, these are the marginal utility which we receive from consuming these units. When we consume unit 1 we will get 20, when we consume second 18, when we consume third 16. So these are the these are the units and these are the utilities which we receive from consuming these units. Now if we convert these MUX into marginal utility in terms of rupees, then we will use this formula. If you see the formula, MUM is equal to the rupee worth of satisfying that he actually get, MUX divided by PX. Okay, this is rupees worth of satisfying that consumers actually gets, and MUX is marginal utility of money. In our case, MUX divided by PX equals to MUM. When we put the value, we know that this MUX divided by 4, price is rupees 4 and MUM is already given as 4, and when we divide this, the schedule shows that MUX equals to 16 when 3 units of good X is consumed. Hence equilibrium is struck at point 3. You can see that At point 3 MUX is 16. So at point 3 MUX is 16. So MUX divided by PX, MUM is 16 divided by price 4. 4 divided by 16 divided by 4, we will receive 4. So this 4 is equal to the price 4. That's why point 3 is the equilibrium point. This is simply represented by this formula. Okay, after solving this, we will get that the consumer equilibrium is struck at point 3. Okay, okay, dear student. So this is our single commodity case. Okay, now we will move towards our two commodity case in our next video. Till now, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye, student.